To all those who thought I was done talking about mental health, please listen up because I will not be silent on this topic. This is a topic that needs to be discussed. There are so many going through this, so many dealing with this, and so many that don't know how to come forward and deal with any of these situations. If I can do my little part of having an episode come out weekly, have my own series to hopefully help at least one person out by situations that I've been through from some firsthand experience and other guests I may have in the future that have experiences, then I will definitely continue to do my part. I will not be silent. I will keep speaking on this, for it is important, and it is important to me. Please enjoy today's lesson on mental health, and please check on your people always. Never know what they are going through. Be blessed.
Welcome back to Lawn Dude Unearthed. Another weekly installment on, you already know, mental health. Yeah. I think a lot of y'all thought that after the first or second segment of this joint, episode or whatever you want to call it, I think a lot of y'all thought I was going to back up off this topic. But I refuse to do that, man. It's too many of us going through this, too many of us going through certain situations who don't voice it. It's too many people out here that are connected to people who they should be checking on, man. So while I'm on that topic, did you check on your people, man? Did you check on your people? Never know what they could be going through, man. You just never know. Now, life is short. Life is short, man. Everybody always goes like, oh, you got a long life. Well, we don't know that. We really honestly don't know that. That is up to God as to, it's God's decision as to when that time is, or when we've fulfilled our purpose, rather. Now, I can sit here and tell you one thing that I do think about is, Lord, I pray that I do have a long living life. I pray that I have a lot longer to go, because I feel like I haven't accomplished enough. So basically what I'm touching on today is, because you already know, I tell stories, I get around things, but guess what? They all connect at some point. So the reason why I just said everything I just said about life being short and whatnot is because I'm basically sitting here talking about today. What I'm talking about is, what is it that you like to be known for, man? And that connects to mental health, because a lot of people, they stress over how things are going right now. They stress over how things are going to go next week, next month, next year. Anyone close to me is probably tired of hearing this, but my kids do it all the time. They come at me with, hey, next week can we? And I say, hey, one day at a time. I need to only focus on today. I can only focus on today. Now some will go, well, gee, why do you always say that? I'm about to tell you. The reason why I always say that is because I was the type that pre-calculates everything. I still am, to an extent. You know what I mean? Like, for example, real time, today is a Friday. I'm doing my Friday route. So when I park my Thursday setup, it's my last day to do maintenance properties, mowing. I prepared that setup for Monday. So when I get in today, I'm already prepared for Monday. I like to get whatever equipment set up for the week coming up. So yeah, when it comes to that, I pre-calculate. But I used to be a lot worse, man. A lot worse. I'm saying when I pre-calculated things, oh my goodness, I'd sit here and stress myself out. How am I gonna do this? Oh my goodness. 3 weeks from now, I got something coming up. How am I gonna cover that? How am I gonna cover this? Nah, man. God blessed me with something maybe about, I would say, over a year ago, to where he basically straight up told me, one day at a time. So since then, what I do is, when it comes to certain situations, it's one day at a time. I basically, when it comes to certain things, I do them in certain timelines. For example, like tasks that I'm on, just one day at a time. When it comes to like bills that's coming up, I do that 1 week at a time. Like I'll look ahead at weeks workflow, like figuring out what my schedule is, or schedules, whether it's my schedule, the family schedule, whatever. Once again, 1 week. So that's how I do those. But I say all that to say, when it comes to building your, I don't even know what the proper word for that would be. When it comes to like building up who you're going to be, what you're going to be remembered for, so many people stress over this. So many people go through, mental issues, sitting here trying to figure out who it is that they want to be known for, who it is that they are. Stop overthinking that, man. Take it one day at a time. But make sure each day that you get up out that bed, put your feet on the ground, make sure that every day you're thanking God for being able to do that, number one. And number two, make sure you're making that day better than the last day. As long as you're doing everything as you should, as long as you're doing your dead level best, guess what? You don't have to worry about the other stuff, because you'll be remembered for who you are, who you truly are. And I hope that's a good person, man. I know for me, it's like I said, I do pray to God that I have a lot longer to go, just for the simple fact that there are so many things I like to do. There are so many people I'd like to help. There's so many blessings I love to be able to deliver. Because I've been the one to struggle, heck, still go through a couple struggles here and there. And I would like to be in a better position where I can help people out, actually help people out one day. And I do that in the small ways that I can right now. But for some of these goals that I haven't exposed yet, they're pretty big goals. And I just work towards them each and every day. That's the way I don't burn myself out, mentally thinking about it. A lot of us get mentally burned out trying to build our future, because we're worried about what everybody around us is thinking, what everybody around us is feeling, and what everybody around us is saying about us. Got a lot of crabs in a barrel these days, man. People who don't know me, or people who haven't grown up, with that person that's always saying things like that, probably don't understand what I'm saying when I say that. So crabs in a barrel, you have a bunch of crabs in a barrel. Anybody ever seen the crab trying to get to the top and the other crabs pull them down? Well, that's what a lot of us have. Crabs in a barrel. It's sad when you have those people close to you and you just can't see it. That they're being crabs in a barrel pulling you down every time you're trying to get up. So I say all that to get into this next topic of, while you're sitting here stressing out over what that person is saying, doing, or anything else, sometimes the easiest way to help with your mental health when it comes to these people is to cut them out. It's to cut the drama out, man. I'm big on that, man. It's sad that I had to get older to kind of realize, that's the way it's got to be. But, I've never been a guy to really like drama. I can tell you that right now, just speaking for me. So, if it's drama, a lot of times I see that it's a lot easier to just cut that out. So, that's how I deal with that. I know some people, they just, I don't know what the word is, I guess can't take a hint. They keep the drama around. It's not for me, it's not for everyone. But if you sitting here dealing with thinking about what other people are saying all the time, I gotta ask you something. How you doing? How you feeling? How's your mental? Because it can't be good sitting around thinking about what everybody else is thinking all the doggone time. I'm sorry. I'm at the age now where I just can't do that. It keeps you from being productive. It keeps you from focusing on you. It keeps you from focusing on anything you should be focusing on. When you sitting here worried about what everybody else is saying, worried about what everybody else is doing, worried about what the other person is thinking about you all the doggone time. Yes, man, we all have struggles. We all have somebody, best believe, somebody who wants to be in your position, somebody who thinks you got it easy, somebody who's sitting in a corner somewhere right now going, must be nice. I love that phrase. Must be nice. Okay. Must be nice. Well, you don't know what that person going through. Oh, must be nice. So I'm not even going to get on that topic. That's going to be a whole podcast in itself. I think it will be in the future. A whole must be nice podcast episode. But today, we're strictly focusing on them crabs in a barrel, man. As you build up your future, I say everything. And it's funny because anybody listening to me for the first time is probably like, man, this guy dancing all over the place. I don't even know what he's talking about anymore. I keep it 100 on this podcast, man. I say all that to say, I just said everything to bring it to this point. To bring it all to this point. When you're building your future, it's going to be hard, if not doggone impossible, to do it with a bunch of crabs in a barrel. So my suggestion, eliminate them crabs in a barrel, man, because if you don't, it's going to be hard for you to build any type of legacy, any type of future, any type of thing that's good that you want to be remembered for. So this is why I sit here and say you probably should eliminate them crabs in a barrel that drag you down. And that's something that you don't have to stress about as much, if that's what you do. That is my suggestion on that. That's my little 2 cents worth on that. That's just how I'm gonna carry that, man. That is how I am going to carry that. Now, be sure to check on your people. Check on your strong people, man. Check on your weak people. Check on your struggling people. check on your people that seem like they have it all figured out and have it together. Them the ones that you really should be checking on. Them the ones you really should be checking on. Stay prayed up. Keep praying for everyone. Keep praying for this whole entire country, this whole entire world. Y'all take it easy. Y'all be blessed. Peace.
Thank you for listening to Lawn Dude Unearthed. We talk about all kinds of things here. The good stuff, the tough stuff, and everything in between. If you like the show, please give us a 5-star review. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. Thanks for tuning in, and have a blessed day.